Thank you. Hi, everybody. Good morning. I'm so excited. We're talking with the Star Councils and the Galactic Federation today. Oh, hi. My name is Joanna. Hi. And we're so excited to bring you this channel. It's got to be really short. And so we're going to hopefully pack a lot in. So those of you that want to just open up your divine sacred hearts and sit within your pillar of light, call in all of your consciousness, call in all of your soul, all your soul fragments and all your soul aspects. Call it up to be present in this beautiful experience. We're gonna bring lots of excitement. We're gonna bring lots of rainbow sparkles and lots of rainbow rays of light for everybody to really get excited about this beautiful time that we're all sitting within this beautiful earth that's being rewritten as our consciousness is expanding out and out and out. And our consciousness of each and every one of you is so important. And what we're going to talk about today is the quantum mechanics of love and how that affects everything, and how that really starts creating the new platforms and the templates of oneness that were activated a little while ago, and we're constantly being upgraded with new codes and new light and new versions of light, and how to process it is what they're telling me is going to be really important for us, because things on the outer reality are going to start to shift and change more frequently than we think. And for those of us that have been on this path for so very long, we're kind of at this pace and at this staging where it's kind of like this leveling out. And we're all kind of feeling this experience with our guides. Well, when are things going to start to change? Like we've just kept up so much light work and so much giving out and so much transmuting that now we're going to start to see and feel these changes. It's going to happen quite quickly. But really be excited about what's coming. And so I am Joanna. I am a quantum communicator. I'm a universal communicator with many councils and groups and galactic federations. I am a universal mother. I am an earth and galactic star mother. I was one of the very first ones that came with the Pleiadians, the sisters, and the thank you, sisters, and the beautiful Pleiadians as part of the Divine Feminine Collective. That was one of the very first collectives that approached human life on this planet. And we were one of the very first insertions of multidimensional galactic beings that came as a tribe, a council of divine feminine, helping be the first initiators to higher vibrational wisdoms, to smaller collective tribes on your planet that were very secluded, and helping them and assist them in understanding who they were, what they were a part of, and how to utilize the aspects of the earth and through many mechanisms of the earth as healing potentials and tools, and a communicator of great light, because your planet is a communicator of great light, and she offers you all that you ever need. And so we were one of the first collectives that came from the higher vibrational timelines to assist the very first secluded tribes, and those tribal informations and wisdoms that we became a part of, threading together as unity and threaded of oneness, that we were also part of those insertions of using collective tribes for the sharing of information back and forth. And so Joanna is a part of this new experience, doing similar work, except and now exposing itself to a much greater and galactic tribe, for the informations that we share are always galactic. Our informations that we share are always quantum in that way, for the conduit of the Christ consciousness is that. It is a language of light. It is a language of inspiration of the creators. Thank you, creators and all the creators and the beautiful divine feminine that are always with me in the sacred councils of light. And so in that, we are also offering, they want me to get this out of the way, 60 minutes of Ascension counseling for 60 minutes. And we have some beautiful feedback from many of the clients that we have co-created with vocational coaching to help you align to the fifth dimensional grids. We are also consultants of business and vocational services for you to align yourself to higher vibrational grids, and our services and our links are below. And we thank you for joining us each and every day. And we're aligned with the beautiful galactic federations and councils of light in this moment, along with many other councils. Thank you. Thank you, Pleiadian Star Councils. Thank you, emissaries of light. Thank you, and our chambers. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Holy Spirit, and the many beings in the chambers that are with us today. Is there any other being? I'm sensing there's more beings that want to come in and say hello to many of you that are also open into your sensing of who you are as multidimensional beings, and just have your heart chakras open to your lighted ones. We love you. We're sending you beautiful rainbow lights to your hearts, and open up your hearts to receive these new codes of love and light. Thank you. Ayan makai dedicate to Shishiana Nakadaka, my dedication Shishiana Nakadaka to Adaka. I am aligned with the Holy Creator, and any information that would like to come through for the benevolency of the Holy Lord Michael and the Creator Lights and the legions of light for evolutionary beginnings and evolutionary benevolence for all of planet Earth and those who so desire to tune in now and future now moments. Holy Creator, thank you, Holy Spirit. I'm a vessel, a conduit, and a beautiful instrument of the holy and the divine. Thank you, Holy Spirit. May I bring forward the highest vibrations of love and light. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Yes, today we will talk about the mechanics of love. Thank you, holy vibrational beings. And we're so glad to be a part of this, a co-creative experience with you. We'd like to see your planet, and we'd like to see the vibrations on your planet live through you, and the fact that you are the vibrations of excitement and enduring love. For you have been here many times. You are right here now in many timelines. We see that many of you are here and here and here and here, spotted all over the galaxies and the universes. And you're now coming to this now excitement of who you are and the awakening of who you are, that you hold many bodies and many forms. And why, when you're presented with a moment of trigger and catalyzing moment of friction, that you can simply release those beliefs that are continually holding you back in limitation and fear, or your great worthiness on your planet and how much value you hold and how needed you are. You are all very important. You are all very needed, dear lighted ones, for you are all the children of spirit. You are all the children of source. You're now just holding a unique body, and it's up to you to release any beliefs that you feel are ready to be released. Each and every soul has a unique plan and timing and soul frequency. Each and every one of you will be processing light in your own unique way. It is always right. There's never wrong. And it's up to each and every one to look within and go within and reclaim all that you are as the being of light that you are, and the many fractals of frequencies that you exist upon. Pardon me. Thank you, Holy Spirit. They were showing me my crinkled up paper. And so for those of you that would like to donate, our links are below, and the donations help us produce the illustrations and helping me produce them and stay in business, if you will, for I rely totally on your donations and my client appointments. So I'm experiencing a beautiful rise in the increase of who I am as holy light, for I'm meant to be of greater service for the highest benevolence of creatorhood. Thank you, Holy Spirit. To bring forward the highest light. Thank you. Just clearing some energies in the sacral chakra, bringing up these energies from the sacral that many of you are holding in for your lack of creativity. So just call in light and a breath. I'm calling in light. I'm calling in the breath of light. I'm calling in the breath of love. And just have it go down to your sacral. Just have it go down to your sacral, your highest creative chakra. It's showing you that you are a part of this creative experience. You are both female and male energies. You are the sacred child of co-creation, the creative child that imagines, the creative child that likes to co-create with spirit in the most expansive creative ways, for you are eternal creative beings. Each and every one of you would never ever need to take an idea or to take an experience from someone else. So the taking is just of the ego feeling its own lack of self and its own lack of importance, its own lack of wisdoms or intelligences, gifts or skills, whatever you call it, on your planet. Each and every one of you are unique fractals, and each and every one of you have your own unique gifts. You would never ever have to take from anyone, steal from anyone, harm anyone, because when you know of who you are as divine sacred light, you will always be shining, you will always be glowing, you will always be the highest exuberance of who you are. And in that knowing and in that presenting and in that imagining, your energy of that imagining, your energy of that presentation, your energy of your unique vibration would call in those exact energies that would allow you the providing of abundance that you will always need. For the creator is infinite and abundant in all ways and never runs out. The creator of the holy creator, the mother and the fathers of galaxies and universes of universes of universes, absolutely are the abundance of all things. As it is, so will thy will be done. Meaning that abundance is always abundance. It is what vibration do you hold within. That is the quantum mechanics of who you are as love. If there is no love within your cell, if there is no love within your body, if there is no love within the blood of who you are, then that matter body will deplete and it will become darker. It will become less than, and it will think of self as less than. And that is why a diseased cell activates other cells around it to be diseased. So it is up to each and every individual to be the light of who they are. Bring it from within. Seek it from within. Call it up from within of who you are as a soul of infinite light. The love of your soul, the love of who you are. Affirm it and be that in every day, for that is who you are. You are the love of your soul. Your soul is vast. Your soul comes from an infinite number of experiences and is ready and waiting for you to ask of it. Seek of it. That is what the free will means, dear lighted ones. You have the free will to be dark and heavy and dense and non-active or stagnant or lacking or devaluing yourself, or you have the right to go within and clear it, clear it, clear it, clear it. Clear the densities from who you are. Only you can do that. Only you can say, I am worthy enough, spirit. I am worthy enough, dear lighter. You're lighter of who you are, the soul of who you are, the angels of who you are, and pray of communication in that, for they are the ones and the purveyors that are guiding you on your lighted path to process light, to communicate with light, to be of light. And there is always free will or not. And it is a process, it is a journey, but you can and you will. That's why you're here. That's why you're listening. That's why you're engaging at the heart frequency, because your heart is turned on. It feels good. I can do this. I am worthy. I am important. Of course you are. Why would you not be? The beliefs that you've held, the vibrational stories that you've held that kept you dark, kept you limited, kept you diseased, those are beliefs. They're illusions. Let them go. The mechanics of the quantumness of who you are, there is a process. There is a rhythm. There is a movement within your systems. The movement within your systems is so very important, for you're becoming more light, dear lighted ones. You're becoming more of that which is your light body, dear lighted ones. For you wake up and you simply know what you want to know. And you have this pondering and this excitement throughout your day that, wow, I feel like learning something I've never learned before. And somehow I just seem that I know a bit of it. And Joanna has been feeling that for the last couple of days. Tune in and start looking into a few things and start investigating a few things. And each and every one of you will be, because you're coming more light. The fields and the light around you is becoming more activated, for you live within a field of light. You live within the vessel of who you are. You are a beehive of experience. You are a beehive of vibrations. You are a beehive of now things being activated. And you must be the one, dear lighted ones. You, the core of who you are, the cell of who you are. You are a cell of God. And that is what was meant when your masters had said, for I am the replica of that which is God. And it is up to each and every person to go within and seek, because each and every person is not at the same place. They're not meant to be. So stop the competition and the judgment and the comparing, dear lighted ones, for that is all ego. Thinking you must be like someone to be liked and observed and valued. And that comes from many old dogmatic systems which placed you in an experience of judgment. You can only be this if you're accepted. You can only be that if you're accepted. And you saw your parents give you conditional love all the time and satisfied for your good marks and your good grades. And let those systems go and forgive. Heal those wounds. For there is nothing to compete, dear lighted ones. There's nothing to judge yourselves or compare yourselves to, for each and every one of you are unique and perfect. The sooner that you do that, you heal those inner wounds of that inner child that's crying out to you, not your outer world, it's you. Your inner child is crying to you. You are the one that is allowing yourself to be acknowledged as whole, allowing yourself to be acknowledged as valued, so that nobody will devalue your body, nobody will devalue your words, and they will come to you in respect, and they will present themselves as respect. For if you are not respecting and valuing your own self of who you are as the reflection of spirit, then how may others see you as an abundant portal of information that they will pay for your wisdoms and advice and counsel? For do you hold that within yourself? Do you hold your own counsel? Do you pray in the light of who your angels are offering to you? Do you pray in satisfaction and honor and gratitude and appreciation of the work that you have with you? The teams that are with you in all moments. Most of you walk around not even sure that you are ever guided. Of course you are. Of course you are. Synchronicities, thoughts, ponderings, excitements, inspirations. Inspirations is that of spirit. In spirit of inspiration. The words that you have, dear lighted ones. Of spirit, in spirit. That's where it comes from. Spirit is, spirit is. All that is matter is spirit. How you see all that is the quantumness of love, the mechanics of love, all that is matter is love. All is matter. It is all spirit. It is all levels of love. It's all fractals of love. It's all stories of love. And some stories have very dense vibrations in it, because they're still playing in getting. They're still playing in taking. Still playing in the vibration of I'm not enough. I've got to take things from others. I've got to make others feel bad so I can feel good. And that's okay. That's the story, dear lighted ones. But you can choose to step out of it. You don't have to stay in it. For staying in it will just create more of it. Do you see what I'm saying? It's all a mechanic. It's like a mechanism. You stay in density, you will create density. You stay in excitement and joy and light, and you're creating a world of joy and light. It's a mechanism, a story, just like a virus. A mental virus is on your planet. Stay in the mental body. Never ever drop to your heart. Never ever feel like you're an emotive being, that you can create a great spirit. And spirit will just be as spirit is. Infinite number of beings channeling through you right now, because you're a vessel of love and light. Of course you are. Who said you weren't? Be okay to be different. Be okay to shine your light. Be okay to have others walk away from you, and be okay for you to walk away from others. For your vibrations are not meant to be the same, dear lighted ones, and you will not always attract those that are meant to be with you. Trust that you will attract those that you are meant to attract, for lessons, for growth, for expansiveness. For your vibrations are all changing, and that is what we'd like to talk to you about today. For the mechanism of who you are as light is changing. So celebrate it, dear lighted ones. Can you wake up every day to see your planet as a celebration because you have chosen to be celebratory. I am celebrating the body of who I am. I am celebrating my planet, and I see greatness for this planet. How may I be involved? How may my energy entangle in this new mechanism of light? See all things as the cogs of the greater plan, being fed from all angles, being fed from all versions, being fed from inner and outer earth. This is a mechanism of light. Make no mistake about it. It is a vibrational song of light. And there are minute threads, the gossamer threads, if you will, that have been talked about by mental great channels on your planet. The gossamer threads of everything that is a harmonic of light, dear lighted ones. How may you be a part of this and tune into the finest threads of light? And those that are conduit, seers, and allower is the conduit. We have those words on our planet. Sorry, I'm just interrupting here. We've called them in our planet. Sorry, I'm talking to spirit right now. They're using words that are unfamiliar to some, claircognizant. Those that can sense the vibrational tones and the sounds, the conduits that when we feel those experiences in the very threads of the biosphere and the threads in the fields of others. When I'm walking around and I'm working with groups of people, there are various threads in the fields of others that I can feel and sense. And my vibrational light and how I stand in my pillar, which is so important for so many children that will be awakening on our planet, that we have absolutely no healing systems available to them. And nobody's talking about how important these things are to maintain and sustain vibrational fields, to maintain and sustain your pillar of light, to maintain and sustain the multidimensional bodies, physical, mental, emotional, and etheric, and being fed from the spirit from within, returning and reclaiming all of your power as light, reclaiming your energy, reclaiming your intentions of light of who you are, so that your consciousness is not constantly being given outside of you, and you're depleting yourself, and you're absolutely not building that sense of self of who you are. And that's what we've been talking about for years. All of our social issues, all of our diseases on our planets, and all of the energies has been because we have been giving ourselves outside of ourselves for value and service and importance. And why our bodies become diseased and abused, because we're just calling those vibrations in. So now we're realigning in who we are as the spirit of light. We're realigning and calling in our power of consciousness and all that we are as choice makers, as sovereign beings of light. And we are not giving our power away to governments or other beings or other dysfunctional relationships that want us to succumb to, to idolizing anyone or giving our power away to anyone or allowing ourselves to feel small so others can feel good about themselves. We're learning about those vibrational stories. And so conduits, crystal children, empaths, those are the energies that can be clairsentients, claircognizant, clair-knowing, any kind of clair you want to think of, because there's far more than we understand and that we know, which is what they're talking about in the quantumness and the quantum experience of who we are, because those experiences allow us to feel the various vibrational energies in the vibrational fields. Everybody comes within a beehive of vibrational fields and various templates of the fields. Templates of the fields means layers of the fields. So that's what they're talking about. And going within those layers of the fields, there are gossamer threads. There's vibrational threads that allow us to feel into as conduits. We can feel certain things in the fields that we from our light help break away. We activate, we release, helping the codes be released so that light can flow. And so that's what us as conduits and empaths we do. We walk as the Christ consciousness. We walk with galactic codes. We walk with celestial codes, and it affects those that are around us and that touch our fields and that we touch their fields. Spirit guides working within these fields, when we are with these beings and we stand within our light and we are emanating our purest vibration from within, and we're radiating light, we're radiating excitement, we're radiating passion. That passion and experience radiates and hits the fields of these. Some occurrences, and most occurrences right now, because most are still living in the mental viruses, many will feel triggered from this light because it's a confusion, because they've been brought up in environments and realities that are very dark. So they're going through an experience of dissonance or psychosis, because their energy fields are saying, this feels different, it's pure love, therefore I'm going to fight or flight. And they end up projecting hate. They end up projecting devaluing. They end up projecting, you must stop. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what that pure love is. I don't know what that light is. I don't know what empowerment is. It's ever inspired me to be more. And that just inspires anger. So that's what light does. Light breaks away the densities. Light breaks away the old viruses. Light breaks away the old patterns or mechanisms. And it allows the light to show through that, yes, you are unique too. Yes, you can do it too. Yes, you can go within, you have spirit. Yes, you can go within, you are God. Yes, you can go within, you are a mechanism of light. But it's up to each person to do so. But usually the first phase of that mechanism hitting light is the fight or flight. I must protect myself. Who are you? Who do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing? It's always that abrasive fight or flight contact, the constant conflict and drama. So every person will have their unique ability to continue loving, continue shining your light. Don't change who you are based on other people's reactions. Don't change who you are based on the outer programs of 3D saying, no, that's weird, that's different. Well, yeah, duh, we're moving through ascension. It's meant to be different. But our ability to process light is going to change, and we're going to keep up, right? So keep up with the light. And keeping up with the light means, how are you inspiring yourself to look into different things that excite you mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually? Look into different things. Have your brain and have your synapses make different routes and different patterns and different mechanisms. Everything is a mechanism song. It's a harmonic song. And that is getting to the core of it. Are you living in the sacred child? Remember, portal to the fifth dimension is joy, love, excitement, passion. Creative passion is what's been numbed from all these mental viruses. All creative passion has been taken out of schools. All creative passion has been taken out of society. All creative passion has been absolutely taken out and plucked right out of our entertainment. And these are all the things that we will see in our socio-altruistic shifting is now going to shift and change, because now it will always be about socio-altruism. It will always be about the creative expansiveness of who we are, the creative passion of who we are, and more creativity from the heart space, from the spiritual energy of body that we are, and everything will begin to shift and such. But we're just in those catalytic times where things are shifting and changing. And be okay and be in remembrance that not everybody wants to go on the same ride. There will be so many souls that will take themselves out apparently and seemingly, but it might not be that way. They might just go on to another version of Earth and play out the roles in the games that they want to continue playing. And remember, every soul has their own unique path and plan. And so it's not for anybody to say what any soul should do and can do and is meant to do, or to thwart or to inhibit anyone's life plan, anyone's soul plan. And those that do are just creating karma for themselves. We talked about it infinite times before, and it's just the law of what. It's not confusing. And so the quantum magnificence of change and the quantum magnificence of love. And here's what we wanted to talk about, these quick channeled notes. I'm trying to make these really, really short. We are excited to see you explore more of who you are in the moments of who you are as you take yourself out of what was, as you take yourself beyond what was. You and your planet are now shifting vibrationally. And the chemical codes of this vibrational reality are shifting. So remember, everything is a mechanism of codes. It is a harmonic code, and spirit and the source creator of all life have absolute control over all life systems, in between life systems, what's going on at every level of life, and the codes that are implemented and songs that are injected and notes that are injected into every vibrational level of light, the gossamer threading of light, your bodies and your fields as light, and we all have a part to play in it. Are we doing our part with spirit, to work with our angels, to work with our guides? Are we inspiring ourselves to learn new things, to be more loving, to be more vulnerable, to be more compassionate? What are we doing as our part to work with that song of light? And again, everybody is at a unique place. Everybody has a unique temperament. Everyone comes with unique codes. Everyone comes with a unique density that they must work through. Nobody can do the work for them. It can't be dumped on anyone else. You can't dump your karma on anyone else and say, here, do it for me. Everyone must learn how to transmute what they have created. Everyone must learn this. This is why it is a mechanism. Whatever has been created must be transmuted by you. The third and the fourth dimension is where that is done. The third and the fourth dimension is where it's created and transmuted. The fifth dimension is that portal where we get to manifest instantly from the lessons that we have learned. If you have not learned the lessons, if you've not learned how to transmute, being in the fifth dimension will be impossible, because you will be manifesting danger and trauma every moment because you haven't healed the wounds. And you would keep taking from people, and it would be a constant imbalance. You would have no access to the fifth dimension because the wounds have not been healed. You have to understand the law of one. What I put out will come back. So therefore, maybe I might not want to do that, because the hate that I give out is going to be impaled right back at me. You would never reach the fifth dimension, and that's fine too. It's always a choice. But this is why we have the third dimension. This is why we had the fourth dimension, to learn the lessons of the soul. All that you are is a mechanism of light. This mechanism is interacting with mechanisms of light at various levels of density, at various levels of beliefs and stories and patterns. That pattern is a song and a harmonic. And this is why In the coming years, we will see great harmonies brought forward by people like myself and so many other great channels that are coming through to create sacred song and sacred sound and light language that breaks through some of the older dense mechanisms that are very, very dense in greed, limitation, fear, and control. Because those are those dense codes that keep that mental virus going. It keeps that mental virus alive. So the more that you sit in fear and worry and anxiety, you're just feeding those mental viruses. And those viruses are entities. They're negative entities that feed off fear, feed off dark energy. And they're very real. They're very alive. They're versions of what you call the devil, but the devil are only just infinite myriad negative beliefs that you're feeding. There is no one devil. There's just a lot of dark entities that are feeding off dark energy, as well as there's a lot of the heavenly angels that are supporting light. But it's up to each person. It's up to each cell. It's up to each cell to say, hey, I want to start changing my environment, because how you radiate to the environment affects everybody in it. So if you're radiating your disease, if you're radiating your illness, if you're radiating your imbalance, everybody in your environment will feel it. And so those of us that walk in light, those of us that are conduits, those of us that are the healers are saying, hey, you're a mechanism of light. Are you going to tune in? Are you going to wake up to who you are here? You got a song. Are you going to start singing it? And that passion increase from within starts ripping through all of your chakras, and your chakras start waking up. Your chakras then say, hey, there's something going on now. I'm going to release some of these fears. I'm going to release some of these stories, and I'm going to start clearing it, because this is my new story now. This is my new belief. This is my new perspective. Start seeing your reality as a mechanism of light. It's a song. It's interacting with songs and threads and vibrations, and how you choose to be then will then activate again in combination with, it's never just a one simple, because you're not linear anymore. You're multidimensional, as we've been talking about for years. And Joanna's written books about this many, many years ago. The mechanisms of the multidimensional reality are infinite. The threadings are infinite. Your DNA will be exposed and activated when you have learned the lessons. You cannot activate a seventh dimensional DNA perspective of yourself. It's you. You've earned those gifts. You've earned those codes. You've earned the experience that you've had. Thank you for that clearing, because so many people sit in their lack of value and their lack of sense. You have much in your DNA that's ready to be activated, but if you're not learning the codes of the third and fourth, if you're not learning the lessons of the third and fourth, you cannot activate that DNA, that codon that's waiting to be brought to light. You must learn the lessons and love yourself. You must learn the lessons and hold yourself high. You must learn the lessons and hold all others high, because that activation of that code is waiting for you. It's not being held back from you. It's not a punishment. You must learn the lessons. You must learn the lessons to know how to work with energy benevolently, and to take yourself out of those mental viruses and those mental games, which most of on your planet are working within, the mental routine, the mental habituation. Take yourself out of it. Start feeling again. How do you feel? Pay attention to how you feel. Allow the feelings to flow, but be the master of your emotions so that it's not taking over your life. Give yourself 10 or 20 minutes in the morning to feel the emotions, and then realign. Give yourself some new affirmations. I am a leader. I am a teacher. I am the master of my own consciousness. Feed yourself the affirmations that you need. Realign yourself in a new light, and your multidimensional allness has now been realigned. You've allowed your emotions to flow. You have done some reflecting. You have done some learning. You're showing spirit that you're on board. You're showing spirit you're going to behave in new ways. You're enhancing, and you're being an attribute of this light harmonic, this mechanism of song. And you're saying, I'm on board, spirit. Bring it to me. I'm a master now. I'm in charge. I'm the driver. For you are infinite. The DNA holds your infinite potentiality of who you are, who you have been, who you ever will be, always constantly changing. And we say with this with great excitement, dear lighted ones, that many of you are now seen and been on the path for a very, very long time, that Joanna is so excited to explore, but it's just infinite in the way that we can explain in only the words that you have. When you have a piece of your experience being activated, if you say that you will, in the DNA, for many of you get so excited about these DNA activations, for you feel it very abruptly in your systems, and you wake up a totally new person, and your reality seems new because you're quantum jumping here, here, and here. I had a really cool experience the other day. They were showing me in this chair that was coming up. And because of all the clearing and all the healing and the self-healing that I've been doing, your teams and your beings will say, this is where your DNA sits. This is where you're vibrating right now. You're processing that light. You're integrating the light. You're connecting and you're communing. You're doing your part. They're preparing you, and they showed me in this chair just jetting through these different timelines and these different threads of reality. So you have to have that equal part. If you're not intending and directing your energy, if you're not intending and directing new creative experiences for yourself, then those activations aren't going to come through. You have to be the driver of your reality. You have to be the driver of this new creative experience that we're all in, and not simply fall in line, not simply be a part of the conformed patterns, because they're all mental patterns. They're all breaking up and they're not there anymore. And that's when many people experience psychosis or deep depression, because they're finding it hard to rewrap their multidimensional bodies in the new version of who they are, because they've never been taught sense of self. And this is where we said back in the beginning, the whole reality of our whole structures, all of our social systems and all of the crimes and all of the illness and all the disease can be healed from what we teach. It's very, very simple. And we're seeing ourselves and we're knowing ourselves as being very evident right now. Everybody on the planet, we are multidimensional beings, and everything must change in accordance to this. We're light. We're songs of light. All is light. Work within light or not work within light. It's all valid. It's all true. It's all needed, because this needs this and this needs this to be the catalytic flow of all that is. It's a harmonic mechanism. It's a mechanism always. If there's anything in your life, regardless of how you define it, positive or negative or neutral, it will be that mechanism within the song that you need, because there's something in your field that's showing you, where am I vibrating? What is my belief system? How do I change that? You are the version of God. All is God. Every vibrational reality, every vibrational segment, every body, every color, every religion, it's all the aspect of the foundation that is a harmonical song of God, Spirit, the Creator. We are the ones in human form that placed it in sections and patterns and boxes of beliefs and called it a religion. It's all spirit. It's all God. They're mechanics of the physics, the science of light, the code of light, the song of light, the metatronic of light, the Christ consciousness. There's nothing to do with religion. We placed it in religion. We then started defining it and boxing it. And then we started holding it back, and we started pulling in the information for our own. Then we started charging people for the information, keeping information stuck and underground. And all of that is being brought up now, because consciousness is all. Consciousness is who you are as light. The songs, the codes, everything gets activated. Doesn't matter how much information people will hold or withhold, done behind doors, done under the carpet, done under the rug, done underground, however you want to think anything is hidden, consciousness knows and sees all. See right through it. There's no point. No point. Everything will be transparent. Everything. So it's a matter of how much resistance are you going to hold to that, or just clear away and start being transparent. That's healing. That's working with your shadow. And that's what I do. Teach people how to work with the shadow. It's all just illusory stories. There's nothing to fear. There's no big evil, mean goblin that's standing behind the door. There only is the ones that you create. So if you create it that way, then that's what will appear. You're a master. Are you going to create goodness and light and healing for your body? You're going to be a part of the sacred song on planet Earth? Are you going to keep, or will you create things to keep running from? So face it. Face all of it. Okay, so let's get back to the Star Councils. Thank you, Star Councils and Quantum. We're going to talk about the quantum magnificence of change, and it's all a beautiful mechanism of love and light, and where you are within it and where you hold yourself within it. Your core vibration, your core resonance of who you are at the core, who you are at the core, who you are at the core, you walk with the heavens, you walk with the light, and see what happens. Who are you? What you exist within and what exists within you. You've seen how magical this is. We've been saying this for years, but now your consciousness level is to a point where you're actually processing greater light. You understand that there's light within the fields. Many of you, we see this so exciting. Thank you. Oh, so we want to go back. So part of the excitement that Joanna has been experiencing is that DNA codon that gets activated. Remember, when you are in your conscious awareness and you are living in light and you're working with light and you are consciously intending to be a part of this harmonic, expansive song, which is light. Light is expansive, it will always grow. Light is expansive, it will always grow. Light is expansive, it will always grow. Within and without, as above, so below. Then that, say, 7th dimensional codon in the DNA that just got activated, and you in this now conscious state, remember, you're not linear anymore. That experience, now multidimensional, now a part of the gossamer thread in the all, will now be a part of something new and different. And it won't be what it was just previously defined. So it might not be that 7th dimensional energy of an energy healer or a topography specialist that is 7th dimensional, traveling in and out of the galaxy, traveling in and out of planets, understanding topography as a planet goes through ascension. It's going to be something totally different. Does that make sense? So we can use words to define it, and because that's what the human mind and ego likes to do. It likes to say, well, this is 7th dimensional, let's put in a little box. This is the Catholic religion, put in a little box. No, it's not linear anymore. That 7th dimensional will be you, because you're now a harmonization of something greater, of something more. Your mechanism of light, you've just asked to level up. which means now you're becoming more multidimensional. You're going to sense, you're going to feel, you're going to be a part of a song, very fluid. Your essence will become more fluid. The mechanism of the light that you're floating within, you are a mechanism of light. The consciousness is a mechanism of light. Our collective consciousness is another mechanism of light, all flowing, all creating a new harmonic song and potentiality that is now different than it was before. Although that code said it was seventh dimensional, I can only say this in the words that I have, and if you don't understand it, it's fine. Don't put pressure on yourself to understand what I'm about to say. Those of you that get it will understand it, and it will be activated when it's meant to be activated. Because that seventh dimensional DNA, that codon that just got activated by the light because you're ready, you're showing spirit that you're a part of it, you're doing your part to clear, you're doing your part to pray and be in light of the holy creators, you're being a part of this harmonic song, whatever it is that you do with spirit. That's why every path is unique and individual, must go within, must seek the spirit within. Because your spiral of integration, your spiral, your pacing, your integration of your codes is like no other. So nobody can copy or be a part of any other plan. Your plan is you and spirit, and you and spirit have a unique plan just for you as each and every person on this planet. This is why it's so mind-boggling for most. Most don't get it. Most are still stuck within those mental programs and just say, no, it's got to be this way. I got to take from that person to get this because I don't have it. Your plan is so multidimensional and so profound and unlimited that it's hard for the ego mind to get out of its box. You are an infinite being of light. When that codon gets activated, that part that is God has now placed you in a reality, done that quantum time jump. Now your body is more fluid, is more malleable, and you're seeing and you're feeling infinite discoveries, whether it's an immediate remission of a disease, whether it's immediate realignment to a new gift, whether it's immediate alignment to somebody that you need in your life. It doesn't matter what it is. Do you see what we're saying? It's mind-boggling. That essence that is God affects all things and everything. All timelines now, now, now. Pluto, Uranus, Saturn, all the things that are in our galaxy, all galaxies of all galaxies. That light is now, 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 now. Because that God essence, that God is connected to every other aspect of God in all dimensions, all realms, all bodies. So who do you know you are? I'm a multidimensional being. I am the light. I will be a part of this harmonic song. I can do anything. I'm moving forward. I'm moving forward. I'm moving forward. Forget the density. Forget the conflict. Forget the drama. I'm one. Let it go. Whatever's holding me back, let it go. Whatever's confining me, let it go. Whatever patterns, whatever habits, let it go. I'm changing. I'm changing. I'm changing. I am now a fluid, multidimensional being. I'm changing. I'm not going to be stuck. I'm out. So that God piece of you is now a multidimensional rhythm, part of a now flowing harmonic vibration that is a song. And that gossamer thread just got ting, 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 density's gone. Your body now becomes more light. I'm more transparent, I'm flowing with the love of God. I'm flowing with the love of God. My body is transparent, my body is healed, my body is light, my body is healed, my body is healed, my body is healed. So how you intend, how you accept, and how you honor light, which means you got to value yourself. Are you intending to value yourself? Are you intending to honor the light that you are? Are you valuing the light that you are? Are you respecting the light that you are? Are you practicing in the light that you are? Because if you practice in the light that you are, you're more fluid, you're not linear, time is being released, you can heal anything, you can create anything, your world is changing, so are your thought patterns, you're out of the mental viruses, you're now creating a spirit. Now, are you practicing it? That is your ability to participate in greater light. If you don't practice it, you can't participate in greater light. You got to learn the lessons or you can't participate in greater light. It's up to each person to do their own work. And you have the infinite supporters that will help you. And so what they said is that because you're living in a vibrational chemical coding, which is the constituents of light. Remember, it's all physics and science. It's all spirit. The essence of spirit is physics and spirit, physics and spirit, physics and spirits. That's how all life is created. The mechanisms of physics and science. Your topography will change, meaning that depending on where your multidimensional bubble, the chrysalis that you are, how you're integrating light, how you're processing light, how you're playing in light, how you're imagining light, how you're playing with others in light, will determine what planetary vibration you're on and you're perceiving. The more fluid in light that you're perceiving, the more fluid and miraculous experiences you're perceiving, the more that your topography will change. And each and every one of you will be on the appropriate earth that will offer you the vibrational energies that you need to experience what you need to finish out the completion of your 51% of karma. Because each and every one of you have a certain amount of karma that you're meant to clear and cleanse so that you learn the lessons of why you create what you create, right? If you want to get to, any place, you need to know how you're going to get there. Well, now we're living in a multidimensional quantum reality, and it's all about light now. It's not about getting in your car and driving from here to here, know how much gas you need, knowing how much food you need. You're a multidimensional being. So what light do you need to get to where you want to get to? What light do you need to create the world you want to create? What light do you need to have a beautiful soulmate that understands you and nourishes you as you nourish them? It's all about light now. Always has been. But now we're awake to it because we're all seeing it. And so your topography will change. You are now living on the sands. You're now living on a multidimensional harmonic mechanism that each and every one of you are now recognizing. This is a mechanism of song. This is a mechanism of light. So how much am I practicing with? Am I participating in light? Am I looking into things? Am I being inspired by light? Am I being inspired by the creative being that I am? Am I inspiring others? What you put out is what you get back. So are you participating and practicing in the behaving of light? And who are you? Are you valuing yourself? Are you nourishing yourself? What's your new self story? How are you creating yourself in creation? Because that harmonical song matters to all creation. It's a mechanic of light, and it touches every part of creation. They're threads, gossamer threads, refined threads of light. There will be sandstones that will be erupted through your planet, leaving most of you speechless. For many of you will start to understand, and your scientists and your academics won't know where these sandstones came from. These are other aspects of our earth. They're now saying the consciousness is now ready to appreciate these values of beautiful sacred sandstones that will be erupting through our planet. There will also be many changes in our social fields, and we will see a slight rise in illness and disease. And those are just the eruptions of energies, of densities, of dark stories through the lineage, through the Akash, through your familial experience that you've chosen to take on to clear. So your body can heal those. So just stay connected and in tune with light and start practicing and using light to clear and heal those diseases. Same with suicide and any other ways that people will show themselves into another earth to explore their versions of reality they need. These are all temporary changes in the shifts and transitions so that you all know you're all working in these harmonic songs of light. And it's all unique to each and every person. Every being is a complete packet of God consciousness. What each creates, one must each transmute. You're each unique cells. No matter where you're vibrating, if you're the darker cell or the lighter cell, everything can be the mechanism of what you choose. If you're constantly choosing dark mechanisms, you will constantly flow and be around dark mechanisms. And those that are of light will continue to move away because they don't want to be compromised. So each person has to take it unto themselves and free will. Where are you at? Where do you want to be at? So fix it, sort it out, heal it. Trust me, 52 years, that's all I've been doing. Walking through darkness, helping heal people. Walking through darkness, healing myself. I've had an infinite number of dark shadows of the night. Every other day is a dark shadow of the night. Clearing and healing it for me and the collective. So I created this stuff to make people see beyond what can be seen. There are infinite threads. We are mechanisms of light. We're beautiful beings of light. Let's start living. Let's start getting excited and celebrate who we are. Because when you get excited, when you're passionate about who you are, when you're sharing who you are, that's when you start creating and you start becoming that new vibrational song that Spirit says, wow, you're ready for a new earth. Let's put you there. And you start there where they showed me is that chair that's moving through all these timelines. And you're ready for that new vibrational timeline that's ready for the gifts that you have, that's ready for those energies that are needed. It's all a perfect understanding of mechanisms of light. We're not in charge of any of it. Spirit is. We are in charge of loving who we are. We are in charge of loving that soul story that we came with the Spirit. Only each and every one of us has the individual soul story that each must go within and seek for themselves. Thyself be known. Celebrate thy name. Be in love with thy name. Be in love with thy soul. Spirit knows what you got going on. Spirit knows your gifts and skills. Spirit will put you there. So trust in Spirit. Ain't nobody outside of you got the answers. Ain't nobody outside of you is going to show you your path. We have sessions of vocational alignment that help you activate it from within, help you design your own path, help you break away your density so that you know what your vocational gifts and skills are. Those are your gifts that you came with. You've earned it. You've earned it. Whatever timelines, whatever lifetimes, you've earned it. And that's why Spirit showed me a long time ago when there were those energies trying to, play with my timeline and play with my gifts and play with all the silly mind things that they think they're doing. I've had those timelines. Those timelines were mine. I earned them. Nobody has authority over God. If you've had infinite timelines where you were a shaman, those gifts are yours and they're going to be fed to you. They're going to be fed through your DNA. Nobody can touch that. Nobody can affect it. Nobody. Regardless of what they think they are, they're not God. They're the players in those dark energies that just have lack of self, lack of sense, lack of direction, and they've got to sort it out. That's the karma they're creating for themselves. Anything that you do is going to come back accelerated. So choose, thought, word, and deed. Who are you? Are you choosing to play within love and honor and let go of the negative ego and the shadow? Work with the shadow. The shadow is your best friend. The shadow will show you where you need love, and work with it, honor it, value it. That shadow will give you your greatest light. So release all the stories and all the experiences that have you in competition. There is no competition. It's an illusion. That competition just goes back to that original fear. Who am I? Are you not feeling good enough about yourself that you have to be placed in a competitive experience? No, there's no competition. It's impossible. Every soul is unique. Every soul has unique, infinite timelines that they're working from and from. Forms, bodies, experiences that they uniquely need. So to project your sense of self onto someone else, to project their sense of self onto you, it's an illusion. It's an illusion. You're creating your reality from your wounds. That's the 3 and 4D. And the 4D is the one where you're clearing it and healing it, clearing it and healing it, clearing and healing it, expanding your consciousness so that you can now operate in a greater mechanism of light. It's all needed. It's all important, because you can't have this without this, and you can't have this without this. It's all needed as one. All purposeful, all needed. But you have earned everything and everywhere and everything that is in your gifts, your fields, your wisdoms, your DNA. You've earned it. You and spirit. That's the only one you need to account with. That's the only one you need to talk with. That's the only one that you need validation from, is you and God. God knows who you are. God knows what needs to be activated. God will put everybody before you that needs to be placed before you. You are part of that story. You're a valued part of that story. So don't let any outside experience show you any less than. It comes from you. It always did and always will. All your importance, all your value comes from you. You and spirit. That's it. That will place you in whatever harmonic song that you're meant to be placed in. And just trust it. Trust God. Nobody plays the hand of God, essentially. God knows what God's doing. So surrender into your godliness, surrender into your vessel of who you are, surrender into the mechanisms of what you're creating with spirit, what realities you're creating with spirit, and live within that essence of God. Behave with that God. Behave with the light of who you are. Behave with the excitement of who you are. And you're going to go whatever timelines you need to go on to experience what you want to. You can't jump, you can't skip. You must learn the lessons of 3 to 4D so that you know that what you're putting out and what you're radiating, what you're emanating is your story, your unique story, bound by no one and no thing. Those are the mental viruses. Don't give your power and your choice away to anything outside of you. Stand in your knowingness. Who are you? I know who I am. And if it takes walking away from people that want you to feel small, that want you to be stuck in a small story, then so be it. Walk away. You've learned your lesson from them. Once the lesson is learned, you've transmuted that karma. You see the understanding here? They're all vibrational stories. Once you've learned the vibrational story, release it. Surrender it. You don't need that anymore. Your chakras become nice and clear, and you're creating more light. You're being the fluid song of love. You're being the fluid song of a new harmonic. It's all harmonic songs, mechanisms of quantum love. So again, it will be your aptitude to process greater light. That will be very key. So that's what they were showing. It's going to be key for how you're processing light. Are you resisting it? Are you stopping it? And if you are resisting, if you are stopping it, then get to the core of that belief. Are you worthy to experience success? Are you worthy to experience greatness? Are you worthy to experience great love? What is stopping you? What are your values? Again, it will always go back to your inner values. And that's what the society are. We've had eons of egocentric oligarchic experiences on all of us where we've been made to feel less than, that we don't have our rights to decisions. We don't have the rights to our health and our bodies. We absolutely do. So step out of those stories. So anytime you feel yourself blocking yourself or sabotaging yourself or playing within those low vibrational stories, pull up the core reason and work it out, suss it out. And call in your healing teams. Okay, healing teams, I want to look at this issue. This is the issue I'm facing today. Help me clear this out, and be devoted to your light. Be devoted. Let nothing tear you off that path. It's okay, you're going to be deviated. Everyone's going to go off path every once in a while. But stay devoted to your path with spirit. Spirit knows all. Don't get sucked back into those lower vibrational stories of finding out who you are from other people or other outside experiences. Thank you, Spirit. So again, so topography and sandstones will be uplifted. And the traditional, again, we go back to that 7th dimensional codon that they were showing me. Because it's godly, people and the academics will be, you know, kind of like, wow, what does this mean? This new sandstone just appeared out of nowhere. What does that mean for us? Who are we now? Remember, our multidimensional Urs, there's infinite number of Urs that we're all working on. Gaia, in all of her glory, she has an infinite number of stories and wisdoms in the biosphere that she offers those that are tuned into that. Remember, everybody will experience their own unique earth. Not everybody will experience the earth where sandstones are erupted, because that's not their intention, or it's not their excitement. They might be on the earth where a new pyramid underneath the water appears, and because they're going to be a part of the information, the vibrations that are going to help inspire that. Your vibration is a part of whatever earth that you're meant to be a part of, right? That's, again, your soul song with God, right? Whatever earths that are connected to your DNA, your gifts, your skills. That's why not everybody will be on the same path. You might be on a path where you want to be a part of the earths that are experiencing high vibrational healing. So you're going to experience those earths and those vibrations. Somebody else next to you might be on an earth that is wanting to explore more topography and more experiences with the earth, because their DNA and their codons, like us as Christ consciousness, can speak with the biosphere. So we want to be a part of those really cool things that are erupting out of the earth, because we read the vibrations from it. We help those vibrations come forward. See what we're saying? In his words, you'll get what you need to get, how you need to get it. It doesn't matter if you don't get it. It doesn't matter if you're not interested in it. That's fine, and you're not going to be a part of that. But the energies are in your field for me to show and help inspire and help create passion and excitement that we're now multidimensional. Our earth is multidimensional. Our experiences are multidimensional. Time is being released. You can come and go on any timeline and quantum jump however you want to. Again, based on your purity of intention. If you're doing it to get something, if you're doing it to have something, if you're doing it to take something over from somebody else, then you will be playing on the vibrational earths that do such. And there will always be beings on those earths to play in such. If you're doing it out of the purity of who you are and clearing away the density and being the expansive light being that you are, then you will be a part of the light systems. You will be a part of the evolutionary of light. So that it doesn't matter. Everything is all good in between. You have to learn what you need to learn. But the purity of your intention will be that purity of alchemy, that will be that purity of clearing away the density, that purity of aligning in your divine plan with spirit. Your divine plan with spirit activates and aligns itself through the purity of your intention. Intention is everything, and spirit sees and feels it all. Doesn't matter if you're in the dark corner and you've got 5 locks on the door and you think there's nobody listening. Spirit is inside your body. Spirit knows the percentage of intent you work with. Spirit hears your voice. Spirit knows the intention of who you are. That is how you alchemize. And don't let anybody tell you anything different. Spirit is in every molecule. Spirit absolutely is surrounding you. Spirit embodies you. Spirit blankets you to the intent that you want it to. Ask for it. As of it is, thy name will be done. Purity of intention. So the biosphere and how Gaia will change into the topography of who she is absolutely threaded in the trinity of who we are, as the collective of who we are, as the individuals of who we are, all alchemizing and creating new topography. Because again, it's a harmonic song. Thank you, Spirit. I'm trying to get this done as fast as I can. And for those that are connected and tuned in, we love you. And those don't feel bad and don't feel judgmental on yourself if you don't get it and it's not making sense to you. It will when it needs to make sense. So don't worry and feel bad and judgment yourself, because then you're putting yourself in those positions of comparison and judgment. You will absolutely get what you need to get. Those that are ready to know themselves as multidimensional beings, you are multidimensional beings. You live within a harmonic song that is multidimensional. Spirit offers you the song and love at a multidimensional level. You are all multidimensional beings. Your heart is multidimensional. Your organs are multidimensional. Your skin is multidimensional. Your fields are multidimensional. And how you experience light within it, process light within it, integrate light within it, express light within it, will be the song that you exist within. That is the quantum mechanics of love. That's the quantum mechanics of all being one. One is the all and all is the one. One is the all and all is the one. Are you excited? Are you excited to tap in? Are you excited to be a part of who you are? Of course you are. So go within and seek out the spirited song. Seek out your quantumness with God. Seek out your next action with spirit. Because your song will change, and it's meant to change. You're meant to be more multidimensional. So what they were showing me in this experience of processing greater aptitudes of light. So what they showed me, which was really, really cool, is these beautiful little quantum bubbles that were going in and out of the earth as aspects of us playing with the earth and playing with her energies and playing with her healing attributes and all of her herbs and her beautiful experiences of healing that she offers each and every one of us. We are changing the vibrational modality of malleability with her and of her. So we become more malleable as we're playing in energy songs, as we're playing as the notes that are working with her song, as we're singing these vibrational, beautiful constituents. She's a constituent of light. The air is a constituent of light. One another is a constituent of light. And releasing those energies and stories that hold you back in limitation, or us and them in comparisons, just complex and put blocks in front of your harmonic flow. So just release it all. And it gets, see, often, and even sometimes when I'm talking about it, it's just so frustrating even talking about it, because it just restricts flow. And that's where, you know, still working through the density. Because let's just get on with having fun now, right? Can we just get on with having fun now? But it's in the collective. There's so many light workers that are saying, I can't stop feeling this constant restriction of my light. It's just, there's so much restriction. When will I see things change on the outer? When will I feel the resistance of and that's why we said in the beginning, when your light connects with others and how they react to your light, that will automatically create. And so just allow it and let it go and just love anyways, right? And it does seem frustrating because we've been doing this for eons. When your light does connect and allow with others, it's up to that mastery, compassionate, so that we are still staying in our flowing and light and love anyways, as Jesus did. He knew that his purity would create, and that's why he was persecuted by the Romans, because it created a lot of anger and dissension. His purity, his sacredness, and his divine feminine, and his purity and the wisdoms that he has. That's why God places such beings on planets in their own unique bodies. Jesus was a man, a beautiful man, but he had such incredible divine feminine energy and purity of who he was to stand in his power. He was like the ultimate epitome of balanced male and female energies. He stood in the power of who he was. He stood in the alchemy of who he was. And he was a profound healer. He couldn't have been a profound healer without the divine feminine energy being completely in balance. And his light touched the fields of such darkness that it created so much animosity and anger and fear, because every one of these beings were still operating in fear and greed and control. They thought that he had something to take from them. And it was a game of give and take and fighting for their life. And it was just all illusory. Jesus was as much their brothers and sisters in the highest realms. He knew that. That's why he was so calm, so peaceful. He understood the friction. He understood the resistance. He understood the frustration that light workers have, and why we come forward in the highest ways. And when you get those resistant moments, when you get those people fighting back because of your light, fighting back because you're making unique choices, fighting back because you want to shine and you don't want to play small and you don't want to conform, just have it be okay and love anyways, right? And that's where you got to give yourself some time to heal, get yourself back out in nature, create a sacred sanctuary, and just continue the path of creating that sacred nourishment space for you. Especially if you're a conduit and a crystalline child, you need that space to feel sacred. You need that space to feel nourished. And teach others how to nourish themselves so that you're not constantly being taken from. Make sure that you have boundaries set so that you're not constantly being poked and prodded and siphoned from. Teach others to go back within and create their own love and their own nourishment with spirit. Spirit is infinite. Spirit will have the infinite abundance for everybody, infinite gifts for everybody. But the outer world that we've been living in thinks that you've got to take it from others, and there's competition, and you've got to do this and you've got to do that, and you've got to be on top, and all of those silly things. No, if you just operate from who you are, spirit, you'll have everything that you need whenever you need it. That's why Jesus traveled, and anywhere I go, I know I'll have a place. I know I'll have a bed. I know I'll have food. You don't worry about it. It's just Jesus got you. God's got you. That's the living in your light, living and practicing in your light, and all worlds will be harmonically arranged. The universe is nothing but a song of light. You starting to understand and work with it, your body is becoming less and less and less and less dense, because you're becoming more malleable. So that's what they said next. And that's why that DNA experience that I showed you, that seventh dimensional, is becoming more godly. And that godly, because you're choosing to be in God, you're choosing to practice in light, you're choosing to be the harmonic of light. That God attribute can be anything. It doesn't necessarily mean what that seventh dimensional experience just got activated. It can mean something totally different. And that's what's really exciting. So go within that parcel, go within that molecule of information I just got you, just soak yourself within that and expand within it. And that's how you work within fifth dimension. You're getting within the vibration and you're feeling around it and you're going to play. That's what the sacred child is all about. That's the excitement of the portal of the fifth dimension. Whatever vibration you're looking for, joy, happiness, healing, whatever it is, get inside that vibration and play and expand within it. That is vibrational healing. That is vibrational co-creation. It's all about vibration, how you feel within it. Create that feeling of excitement, create that feeling of abundance, and feel and play with it. We're returning back to our inner child, and our inner children could think and imagine anything and then play within those vibrations of love and play within those vibrations of light. Remember, light is always expansive, right? So you're going to expand within the light. You're going to expand within your playfulness. And that's the intention. I want to have fun. I want to be joyful. I want to be healed. I want to be experience myself in my highest. I want to experience these gifts that I have. Be playful and joyful about it, and you'll expand in all ways, right? So your light will feel more fluid, it will feel more transparent, and it will be more affecting on the planet and your connections on the planet. So that's when they were showing me those little bubbles that were just expanding in, because those feelings of excitement of working with Gaia, those feelings of joy with Gaia, those feelings of our children having fun with Gaia, our children being healed with Gaia, those bubbles were being transparently songed, because their notes, their vibrations of fun and excitement and healing in the planet and activating the biosphere codes that are coming up, so that they erupt these big, beautiful sandstones from inside the planet that's waiting to be brought forward. There are so many mysteries and experiences in our planet that are waiting for our consciousness level to be at a similar vibration to bring it forward and appreciate it and value it. Everything is divine. It's all divine. It's all an elegant plan. And yes, it's an elegant plan. So your attention will feel more connected. So again, is your attention and excitement. You're going to feel really connected with that song. You're going to feel really connected with that sandstone that just erupted. You're going to feel more connected with these beautiful healing systems for planet Earth that are being created. And it is an intimate affair of all your lifetimes and all your knowledge, right? Because that seventh dimensional code that just got activated was a part of 1,500 Urs that you had previously earned, that you had previously worked through, that you had previously had with your ancestors as being a shaman, as being a witch, and all forms of dark and light, right? You've earned it. So whatever you're moving through right now, you have earned it. And let nobody think that you're not deserving of what you're receiving. You have earned it. You've earned it. I know who I am. I know I was here as a divine sister and mother. I don't need to validate it to anyone. It's a story that I bring forward so that those understand that the informations that I'm speaking with are coming from my soul. And my soul is very vast and wide. My soul is from multiverses. And I'm bringing those forward because I'm loving my soul. I'm honoring my soul. I'm opening my soul into anything. But all I need to validate is me and God. I know where I come from. I know I've worked for everything that I received. And I'm so grateful for it. And I absolutely pray in gratitude and appreciation for all the beings and all the teams that are helping me heal through the many years of the darkness impaled upon me. And I thank all those that have done so. You've helped me be stronger. You've helped me be more in alignment with who I am. And I love you. We're brothers and sisters in the highest of realms. We're all one. So just know you're creating your story. It's not for, it's all you. So start celebrating it. Start aligning in your greatest light. Start aligning in a higher vibrational song so you can actually appreciate it and start valuing yourself in it, of it, as it. So you're becoming more fluid. You're becoming more transparent. You're affecting the planet in greater ways. You're going to see the new earth that you're creating. That topography will change. There will be those movements of tsunamis. There'll be those movements of volcanoes. Earth is changing to release the density. So celebrate it, dear ones. We are celebrating releasing of all densities, of all timelines, of the darkness and the negativity and the fear and the greed that has plagued our planet with such illness and disease. So celebrate it. Celebrate these movements. Celebrate the song that is spirit. Celebrate who we are and start feeling in love with every moment. Walk as a song of love. Walk as a vibrational song of joy. Walk as the being of light that you know you are to heal your own body. Return your power to thyself. Return your choice to thyself. Know that your planet is shifting and changing. Know that you are shifting and changing, and be okay with it. Say, yes, what do you got for me next, spirit? I'm on it. I'm ready. What do you got for me? Be in alignment of the practicing of light. Be in alignment of the behavior of light. You're in a mechanism of light. And you can flow and be and just move and quantum jump. It doesn't have to be a thing. You just got to be in the song. It doesn't have to be so complex. You can heal your body just like that. It's a song. But what is the level of your knowingness? Knowing of thy name, healing of thy name, clearing of thy name. Don't leave your karma for your children. Clear it now. And have your children return to themselves. Have your children return to their higher self so that they're not giving their power away to vibrational stories that take and suck the life out of them and give them disease and lower vibrational consciousness. Level up. We're in a song of light. So let's start living a bit happier and a bit more celebratory of who we are and just becoming these beautiful fluid beings of greatness. And it's okay. Everything in between is perfect. Everything in between is meant to be there. But you get to choose what you entangle with. You get to choose what you invest in. You get to choose how you see your body. You get to choose how you know of your body and allow everybody else their own path, right? Allow. Allow is the fifth dimensional code. Allowance. I'm in just allowance. God's got me. I surrender to my teens. I surrender my soul. I got my passions. I know who I am. And let everybody else have their story. You're all being supported and you're all being embodied by greater and greater love, depending on your equal measure to appreciate and participate in it as it. So how much are you behaving in love and light will be the exact equal opportunity that you are embodied of it by it. Remember, equal opportunity. It's equal opportunity. Everyone has the same opportunity to light. Everyone. And this is the quantum mechanics of love. It's quantum. So you radiate greater light and there will be greater light for you to experience. You radiate greater love, there will be greater love for you to experience. You radiate your abundance of all things, and abundance of all things will be brought back to you. It is the quantum mechanics. It's the equal measure, the quantum measure of love, the quantum measure of the universe, the quantum measure of your reality, the quantum measure of what you expect and anticipate. I expect greatness. I expect love. And when you expect things, don't expect the thing. Expect the excitement of the thing. The happiness of being in a really great home, the happiness of having really great friends, the happiness of seeing your children in love with their own bodies and feeling out their own life and being in divine sovereignty of who they are. Feel into the vibration of how happy you will feel as that tribe of oneness, of that tribe of health, of that tribe of leaders on the planet that are working for higher consciousness. The leaders on our planet right now have no idea about multidimensionality. And so that's really exciting. We have so much energy and so much excitement that each and every person on this planet is a part of rewriting. How our leaders are going to be anticipating multidimensionality, how it affects all souls, and how all souls interpret light differently, how all souls communicate in light differently. How are they healing themselves differently? How are they creating socioeconomic systems for themselves differently? And our leaders have no clue about what any of this means. They don't even understand any of this. So that opens the door for many great leaders that have been brought here from many galaxies, from many planets, that are here to be the new 5D leaders, that are here to understand the quantumness, that are here to understand quantum mechanics, that are here to understand quantum light song of the councils of light. And there will be everything in between, because the ego will still have its wounding and the ego will still want to play out its games. And so that's okay, but you as a master can discern what you want to play with, right? And so these are the many great things that 7 billion people on this planet, everybody is needed to play their role. Right? Whatever story is in your vibrational field that you need to heal, you'll have somebody to see it. You'll have some reflection of it, but it's up to each person, and not hinder anyone in the process of you healing yourself and becoming your most expansive, right? Environments will be more and more important. How you feed your body, how you're processing light, how you're creating with light will be really, really important to keep up that volume of light, to keep up the health and of your bodies and your fields. And those of us that are conduits and empaths, we're finding it more and more important to have a lot more sacred quiet time, a lot more of that healing time with our teams, and really refining our light and how we, as we said earlier, claircosmic, whatever those clairs are, they're just various multidimensional galactic ways, and there will be more entering our systems. Again, it's the godly systems of our gifts that are being activated that we don't have words for in human terms, but we will come up with words that will be more scientific in the light programs of how you are consciously creating your light world, because you're creating beyond what you ever thought you could, where we ever thought you would be at this point. We're very, very happy for all of you that you take yourselves outside of patterns, that you take yourself outside of habits that keep you in these vibrational stories of lack or limitation. So drop all aspects of fear and greed and know that at every step you take yourself outside, you are advancing all of evolution. You're advancing the light song. You're advancing the harmonic when you get excited about who you are. You are advancing the light harmonic of transparency of your planet when you release density, when you release darkness, when you say it's okay to be okay with what has been told before, and I'm coming forward in transparency. I will unveil the darkness I have created, for I choose transparency. I will make right on the wrongs that I have done, for I choose transparency. And you evaluate into a new vibrational realm. You have chosen through your choice to be transparent to create a new reality of transparency, like that. It's profound, dear lighted ones. We want you to get excited. Get excited when you're going outside your old ways and old habits and old patterns. Be new. Be a new vibrational song. Be a new vibrational you. Tell yourselves every morning you're a part of this new song. We are no longer linear. We are no longer dense. I am light. I am light. I am light. And get ready. Get ready, dear lighted ones. Plant your feet upon this new earth. Plant your feet upon the new grids. Plant your feet upon this new song. You get to choose. You get to choose, dear lighted ones. Get excited from your heart space, from the center of who you are. Who are you? Who are you in this song? What note do you play? What vibration do you hold? Get excited, dear lighted ones. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. You are the mechanism of God, and with loving intent, with joyful intention, know that you are a part of this divine harmonical mechanism. Thank you, dear lighted ones. Your planet is catalyzing in its most unbelievable, extraordinary way. So things will unfold in such ways. You're no longer linear. We're multidimensional, so float with it, sing with it, be expansive, be joyful. Your planet is catalyzing, and so too are you. You're working through your most complex problems, how to create unity out of such dissension, how to create joy and oneness out of such sadness and illness and disease, how to take back your own power when you have given away for eons. These are beautiful problems, so see it with excitement. Be involved in the middle of it, and fear not, dear lighted ones, for you are masters. You are strong enough, for you have created these problems. You are strong enough to transcend them and walk right through them, dear lighted ones. So you are that, and we wish you well in your presence upon earth, in the light that you hold. Sing, dear lighted ones, sing, for we hear you across all galaxies. Thank you, Holy Spirit. We are the galaxies. Thank you, Holy Spirit. We are the councils of light, wishing you a great day. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And we're just going to do a beautiful light language for the quantum mechanism of love and light to break away any densities in your fields. Just call in your healing teams, please, Holy Spirit. Call in Lord Michael to bathe and cleanse your space with light consciousness. And breathe in the light consciousness that is spirit. Breathe in the light consciousness that is spirit, and feel your feet firmly on the ground. Connect with your sacred trinity of spirit. Connect with your sacred trinity of God and Gaia and all that is love and light. Your soul. Call up your soul for its mechanism of your oneness with it, and all fragments and all fractals of aspects of you that you're harmonizing into this now moment. I harmonize all that I am as the spirit of God, and all fragments that were held separate from me, I call in for unity and oneness now. I call in the light of who I am now. Breathe in light, breathe in light, breathe in light. Harmonize all your fragments, harmonize all your soul consciousness. Call in all soul consciousness, light, body, and intentions that you've held outside of yourself. Call it in now. I call in all aspects of me now. I call back my power, my energy, my light now. All cords and all entities that are attached to the bodies, all energies of densities, all projections, all imprints that are needing to be released, are released now, now, now. Your body is pure and clarified. Your fields are bodies, and your fields and your bodies are working as a harmony of one light, one light, one light, rainbow light, rainbow light, rainbow light, rainbow light. And you feel happy, and you feel pure and happy, pure and happy, pure and happy. You are light, you are light, you are light. Full body breath. I to the case, shine and a cut of the kate and my like it, the kate, the case, shine and a cut of by the case, shine and a cut of the cup, my neck, need not, my need, shade not, my that need, shed, not my a kid, not, nation, not, need not, my night, naked, not, night, need not, my not, night, not, my nation, the cut, the kate, I night get cat night get na but the gate shade na my it get lala but the kind of get mad the gate na ni I and a cat late na my it get na need to get the gate na I rat na I share and a cat get the case ya na by the case ya na kai the gate my the case shy like a bright the case ya na cat I am in a cut education, she and a cut my educate night, na my education and a cut light education and a cut like it cut night educate and a cut the cut. Nisiana kid at night now. Isiana up my night. Isiana edikana my edikana edina my edikate not night not nisiat night I get reat na isiana edikate I ate I shamanaka dedicate I see an anakataka. I am I see an anakataka. Aisiananaka. Aishiananakata. We pray for all the angels and all the energies and all the biosphere. We pray for all that is Gaia. We pray for anybody and all beings all at once, for we are a family of one. All is light and all is one, and all is light and all is one. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit of the Creatorhood. And we send love and light to all beings, all beings, all beings who are sacred beings of light. We honor you for this place on this planet. We honor you for your reflection. We honor you for your experience and your existence on this planet. You are worthy and you are valued. And Spirit loves you all the same. Spirit is in the center of your heart, and seek spirit within, and bring your reality to life. Bring your reality to life, dear lighted ones. Bring your reality to life. You are new, you are new, you are new. You are the light of spirit. You are the song of spirit, and each and every one of you are valued and loved unconditionally. We love you so much. Our links are below, dear lighted ones, for private sessions, for healings, for manifestations and global webinars. We love you so much. Our links are below. We love you so much. Thank you, Holy Dear Ones. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. We release any and all energies that are no longer serving us now. Please, now, now, now. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And call in your healing teams anytime you need them. And pray for your healing teams. Pray for your angels that support you and protect you. Pray for all the children's energies on our planet, that they be uplifted in their highest and best. And see rainbow love and light. We see rainbow love and light connected with all beings and all wildlife and the nature on our planet, and the beautiful lush forests and the beautiful water that we receive every day. So we thank for spirit on all things that is love and light, and we are becoming more malleable in the fluid song of love and light. And we love you so much, the harmonic song of God. Thank you, Spirit. Bye, dear lighted ones. Wish you rainbow light and rainbow kisses. Bye.